Hello twin flames and welcome to part 2 of today's daily reading. So I'm going to call this reading Shake the Disease because we're going to talk about separation and we're going to talk about the journey. So we've just done 2 powerful messages, a really powerful message about the feminine being the lighthouse standing strong in that stormy sea, and the masculine's journey of growth from 2017 to 2021. And now we're going to talk about the journey. So I've got the cards that I've shuffled, I haven't got looked at them, they're here. And I've got the message coming through. So I'm going to read you this channeled message first. And this is a song, okay? And this is a really powerful song by Depeche Mode. And it's called Shake the Disease. And I love Depeche Mode. It's one of my favourite bands of all time. And this song has always meant something to me. Even before I realised I was a twin flame, I kind of understood what this song was. And it's called Shake the Disease. And on the journey, sometimes we feel like it's a disease. Because what is disease? Disease is, it's an illness, but disease is dis-ease. That means you feel you're not at ease. You feel stressed out. You feel anxious. So when you feel at ease, everything flows, everything's good, everything feels healthy. When you feel dis-ease, so you're not at ease with the journey or your life, you feel anxiety, and it helps you, to understand things, but you also go through like an illness. It's not real or something's not right. You understand that you're operating in fear. So sometimes we see this journey of the twin flame love as a disease because we feel that it's too much. We feel it can be a curse or it just feels too painful. So we have to shake the disease. Now, sometimes we can try and move on and shake it that way, but that never works because you can't move on from a twin flame love. But really we have to shake the dis-ease. We have to shake the anxiety, the parts of the journey that causes pain. We have to shake that fear, that illusion, because dis-ease is created through fear, and fear is illusion. So we have to shake that. So we have to let go of the struggle. We have to let go of the pain associated with the journey. We have to change our perception. So changing your perception is shaking the disease and realising it's not a disease at all. It's an unconditional, beautiful love. It's an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn. So the song says, I'm not going down on my knees begging you to adore me. Okay, so in separation, we learn to let go. And maybe in the past, we've begged our twin for attention, or we've begged them to adore us, or that's the energy that we've sent out. And I'm not saying that anyone is against this, or, anybody does anything wrong on the journey, because we all learn and we all grow. And I've been there. I've begged my twin to adore me. I've begged Catalyst to adore me. And I talk about my journey on a separate video available for members. So you can go and watch that. I go into detail about that. But I'm saying that we've all done this. Even if you feel like, you're the most spiritual person in the world, at some point on your journey, you will have acted and operated through the ego. Because we all have one. And it doesn't matter how spiritual we are. We all have an ego. We all have that ego that edges the goodness out. The devil that sits on the shoulder whispering in fear and painful what-if scenarios, putting us into anxiety. So even if right now you don't feel anxious on your journey, if you've surrendered and let go, you may be feeling anxious about something else. So you have to shake that too. So along the way, you learn to live in the moment and to let go of the past that you can't change. You have to release the future, because it hasn't yet occurred. So the moment is where the safety is. So you're saying, I'm not going down on my knees anymore. And I'm not begging you to adore me, because that's misery for me. It says, can't you see it's misery and torture for me? So sometimes this journey, it feels like torture. It feels like misery. And you're saying to your masculine, I'm going to let go. Okay, this is about you letting go. And this is what you need to do now. And this is why I'm doing the series Separation Heals. Because you're learning to let go of all of the struggles around the journey. When I'm misunderstood, so you feel misunderstood, you feel like your masculine isn't listening to you, doesn't understand you, you feel like everyone in the world doesn't understand you, because it's so different than anything else that anyone else has experienced. That's why you find channels and communities like this one. When I'm misunderstood, try as hard as you can. I've tried as hard as I could to make you see how important it is for me. So you're acknowledging this journey is important, and it's important that you're together, but you're also understanding that you've tried as hard as you can, and now you understand that you've tried to make them see, you've tried to make them understand, but now you know you have to let go. So you're saying, I'm not going down on my knees anymore, I've done that. I'm not begging you to adore me anymore, I've done that, because it's misery and torture for me. Can't you see that? The masculines do see. The masculines do understand, but they get paralysed in fear. When I'm misunderstood, try as hard as you can. I've tried as hard as I could to make you see how important it is for me. I know that's a tongue twister, but you have to really drink the words in. And I do really recommend you go and listen to this song. This is Shake the Disease by Depeche Mode, a beautiful song. So then you say, here is a plea from my heart to you. Now this is a telepathic connection, and this is a telepathic message and a telepathic communication. So the Divine Feminine says, this is a plea from my heart to your heart, from my soul to your soul. Nobody knows me as well as you do. You know how hard it is for me to shake the disease that takes hold of my tongue in situations like these. So this is a mutual understanding between the two of you, that when the disease comes in, which is the fear makes you say things you don't mean, say things that hurt, and say things that can cause pain. And you both do this at some point on the journey. So you're learning to understand and let go and realise what this journey is, that you have to shake the disease, shake the fear. And that's really what this means, shake the fear. Understand me. Some people have to be permanently together. Lovers devoted to each other forever. Well, that's what you are. You are lovers devoted to each other forever. And you have to be together to feel the love, but you're always together. So you're saying, understand me. Some people have to be permanently together. And that's people that, they feel safe together. They feel at one with each other when they're together. But along the way, you understand that you may have to go into separation to find that oneness within each other. Now I've got things to do. And I've said before that I know you have too. And when I'm not there in spirit, I'll be there. I love that. Because you're saying, at the beginning, you want to be together. It's all you can think about. It's all you want. And then when you start going into separation, it causes pain and it feels like a disease because you go into fear, and fear is a disease. Okay? Fear is a pandemic. Fear is a disease. So you have to see through the fear and understand that you don't need to be permanently together to be permanently together. That will be when you come into union. And you gain that beautiful relationship at the end that you're wanting. And when you move into the next life together as well, because you will ascend together. But this is about you understanding that even though you need to be together and you want to be together, it's not something that serves you because you've got things to do. And you're saying, I've got things to do, which means you've got your own lessons to learn. And that creates fear. They always give me fear as burpee energy. So it causes fear, especially the moment you go into separation, because you think, oh, what am I going to do now? There's so much pain there and struggle and fear. But you also know you've got something to do, that you've got things to do. I've got things to do. That means you've got your own lessons to learn. And as I've said before, I know you have too. So you're saying, I know you have as well. So you understand on a very deep soul level, on a heart level, that you've both got lessons to learn. And when I'm not there in spirit, I'll be there. So that's the connection. That's you two being together forever without being physically together. So that's you knowing that you're always connected on the 5D realm. You're connected in dreams. You're connected in telepathy. So you're saying, here is a plea from my heart to you. Nobody knows me as well as you do. And nobody does know you. You may have been together for 5 minutes, but your twin flame knows you better than anyone. And you know them better than anyone. And that's why nobody else will ever do. You know how hard it is for me. And they do. Okay, it may be shaky because the camera's shaking there, because you're shaking the disease and it feels like a disease, but you're learning to let go of that, to heal it, to make it beautiful, to cure it. But you're understanding that not only does nobody know me as well as they know you, but they understand because they are going through it too. And this is what you have to understand, that they understand you, that they do feel it too. And sometimes it can feel one-sided, but they feel it too. And this is the message coming through. Okay? And it is painful. You know, it's painful when, you know, you lash out or they lash out or you go into fear, but you have to see through the pain. And look at this, the card coming through is impossible things. Now, impossible means I'm possible. Like shake the disease means you're shaking fear. You have to see through words. You have to see behind the message. And this is an impossible thing. So you may feel this journey is an impossible thing, but it's not, because anything is possible. You're possible. You are a creator. You're making things possible. Working through disbelief. Wow, I've got angel bumps. Working through disbelief. That's what you're doing. Imagination. It says imagination leaps fresh perspective. So when you can't make sense of it through words, make sense of it in your mind. Because this whole journey right now is about changing your perception. And I love this because a fresh perspective is the message on the daily message for today. The daily angel message. Have a fresh perspective, see things differently. It's not an impossible thing. This is what you're working through disbelief. So if you don't believe this journey is possible, if you don't believe that this love is real or that you're going to be together, you have to shake that disease. That's a disease right now that's stopping you from moving forward. It's stopping you from experiencing joy and bliss and love. It's stopping you from feeling free. So you have to move through that. And the masculines are also doing this too. The disease that they are shaking is their 3D world, their matrix society, their karmic situation, things that have got their claws into or their claws into them. So they're moving through this. And it's powerful because, the 2 of Wands, it's there again. And that's the card that came out for the masculines. And look what we've got for the journey, the 2 of Cups. So you've got a vision of this love. You've got a vision of this love, of this beauty, of this power, of this amazing connection. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, eventual positive outcome, what you want coming through. So this is happening now. You are in love with your twin and your twin is in love with you. This is the vision that you want of the future. And this is what you're creating right now. This is happening. It's happening now. This is about that Valentine's type romantic love. It's about new beginnings, December to spring, doors opening, obstacles moving out of the way, change. Wow. And the High Priestess understanding the truth. And look what's there, psychic knowledge, wisdom, readings, strength and independence, growth, spiritual growth and power, psychic intelligence. This is what you're tapping into right now. So to bring the cards back, I absolutely love it because the masculines have been on this journey from 2017 all the way through to now and coming into 2021, that they're going to be doing it the right way. And you're doing it the right way because you're shaking the disease, and the disease is fear. It's the way you see things. You have to change your perception. You have to replace doubt with faith. You have to replace fear with love. You have to see the truth because that's where your power is as a strong, powerful, divine feminine. So shake the disease. You can't shake your twin. This is not a disease. It's an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to heal, to recover, to become the greatest version of who you are. So stand in your power today and know your worth. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this helps you. Sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon.